So today I'm gonna make the most boldest declaration I've ever made. I'm gonna give you a guide to finding your perfect lens for the Sony A7 IV. As we talked about in my past video, my favorite camera to use for YouTube videos is the Sony A7 IV. It's also my favorite camera to take pictures on. But the one thing that I didn't know when I started doing all these things is it's not just about the camera, it's about the lens that you get. And when you upgrade to a full frame, you soon learn how expensive lenses can be. And looking at you, G Master Sony, what? Like a lens is like $2,000. You know, that's the price of a A7 III. That's the price of an A7C. That's the price of FX30. I know you're saying no, it's 2,400, but still, like, yo, at $2,000 to get a 24 to 70 mil, like, who's got money for that? But anyway, in this video, we're not even talking about that. In this video, we're going to talk about my favorite brand, which is Sigma. For the A7 IV, I've learned that what I have right here is the Sigma 28 to 70 milliliter compact lens.
Contemporary zoom lens for full-frame mirrorless cameras. With a versatile focal range, this lens can capture a variety of scenes from wide-angle shots to portraits. And the 2.8 aperture.
So Sigma, I believe they have three different versions of their lenses. They have the compact lens, they have the art lens, and then they have the sports. What makes this perfect for me is the weight of the lens. This is a light lens. You can move it around, you can put it on any gimbal if you do gimbals, and it doesn't really, you know, put a lot of extra weight for you, even in your backpack as you're moving around doing what you need to do. So if you were to pick up a lens, I would say get yourself the Sigma 28 to 70. It's good because when you're doing those wide shots, it opens up to 28. But I know that if you've been using an APS-C lens, where you have like the Sigma 16, you know, 28 doesn't really feel that wide. But a lot of times, like, if you know what you're doing, a lot of times, like, the most wide you want to go for certain shots is probably at 35. So it works perfectly for that. And then when you want that nifty 50, it works perfectly for that. And then if you want that close-up 70. I know that a lot of people, you'd want like to have a lens that allows you to go beyond 70 and hit like that 85 sweet spot, even 100 like milliliters is also one of my favorite sweet spots. But I don't, you know, it just becomes expensive. I think that when you just get the A7 IV and damages your bank balance like it did mine, you need a lens that won't cost you like an arm and a leg, you know. This one comes in at like $1,000. I do believe I got this for around $1,000 Canadian. I don't know how much that translates for you. I've had this lens, you know, with 23 now, so I'd like to say for almost a year. This was my first full frame lens that I got, and I actually got it by mistake. Like, I didn't know about the C. Like, I would see the C on my lens and be like, huh, what does that mean? And then I had to do more research, and they're like, oh, the C is just the more affordable version of the Sigma lenses. I know a popular one, when you do your research, will probably be the 24 to 70. That one is what would fall into their DGDN lenses, and that one is their art lenses, which would be a little bit priced higher up, because this one comes in, let's say, at $1,000. That lens would be like $1,200, $1,300, depending on your pockets, man. Like, get it if you can afford it, but definitely if you cannot afford to spend a lot of money, I'll suggest getting this lens. I like the image qualities that I get out of it. It's a lot sharp. You know, one thing that you want is those sharp images, especially for portrait photography or when you're just taking pictures of your friends, really. Once again, I'm really I don't think it's terrible. It's just that I'm not the type of person who will give you a review and be like, so the technical breakdown is the glass hits this. No, what this does for me is it takes professional grade photos. I've done professional work with this lens. It's beautiful for video. You know, I like the fact that it's a zoom lens. I used to use like prime lenses. One challenge that I have with prime lenses is you have to move the camera a lot, whereas with the zoom lens, you can be in a specific position and just shift that, create different moves with your video, where you can do those zoom in and zoom outs within camera. I would suggest that if you're going to get this lens, you should get it with the ND filter. So the ND filters that I use KNF. It's cheap. Okay, that's my decision making is constantly based on the cost that I have to pay. So, and then right now, the one that I'm using, even though you're watching, I have a KNF Pro Mist filter as well. That just helps to make the videos a little bit better. But you don't want to overuse these things. You now have to know like technically when to use them. And then I would say that for accessories for your A7IV, you definitely want to be careful with how much you spend, because man, after forking out 3.2, but as someone who's never used a G Master lens, for me, I feel the advantage of that is I don't know the quality. So I don't know the quality of a G Master lens. I don't appreciate it. I can see in other people's videos, but I don't have $2,000 to spend on a lens at this moment in time. So I feel like with this lens, I hit the jackpot to be able to create quality videos. Like my videos, you know, I see people watching, I see you guys watching, I see you guys enjoying it. No one ever says, hey, there's something weird about your videos. I know we had a hiccup in one of my videos with the audio, but we fixed that. The lens is beautiful, it's compact, it's lightweight, you know. No, we stated that, but like it's super lightweight. You can take it off. It doesn't really stop you from moving around as much as you want. It's a 67 so like the filter size is 67 millimeters, which is perfect. It's a 2.8. It's good for that. You know, on YouTube you hear people say it has that bokeh effect, and it has all that stuff. It has it. I use it usually when I'm taking photos. I did a course with her, like your settings should always be, your f-stop is like at 5.6, and then you want to shoot at, yeah, so I shoot for portraits at like 5.6. So even if I had an f4 lens, it will still work. But one of the challenges I had with that is that it's just the amount of low light. So at the end of the day, you also have to experiment a lot once you have it. This lens, I believe, is the best. I bought the Tamron last year, like the first lens I actually got. Before I got this one was the Tamron, because the Tamron was quite cheaper. I got that one, but it was super slow to autofocus, like super slow. When I say super slow, I mean it would make noises and crank up. It was like uncomfortable. I quickly reverted back to Sigma. I sent that baby back. I'm looking forward to a day that I can either afford the art lenses and see what type of image I can get out of it. But I'm looking forward to a day I can afford a G Master lens. I feel like Sony on Sony will probably be the best option that you can get for yourself, but Sigma does the perfect job for me. The other thing is you can get your Sony. I wouldn't advise using the kit lens on these things. Like I don't know how they make it, but the kit lens for me never provided a sharp image. I thank God I was able to sell off mine and make back my money that I had wasted on it. I'm not saying that person wasted money, it's what they could afford, right? But the thing is, like, it's not really that sharp. The autofocus is good, but it can be better. And the image quality you get out of a kit lens is totally different from just buying a decent lens. So I'd say that if you're investing in a camera, definitely you wanna save a lot of money for your lenses, because they determine the quality of picture that you have. In my first videos that I used to make my full frame lenses, I would use the APCS lens, and that would just give me random weird shots. I'll see if I can find some footage to show you guys here. But yeah, if you're definitely in the market for a full frame lens, I suggest you get the Sigma 28-70. I'll show you some footage that I've taken with this. Other than that, let me know which type of lens that you go for, what's your favorite brand, and which one would you suggest for me to make better videos. I'm always open. For me, man, I believe these things are tools we use to create the content that we watch, and we want people to watch. And I'm not loyal to I'm not loyal to a brand, I'm not loyal to a tool, I'm loyal to what I'm trying to achieve, and that's just to spread a message of positivity that helps all of us grow. With that said, I'll definitely be seeing you guys in the next one.
Provides excellent low light performance and natural looking background blur.
I have 4 children, so of course it can be a challenge to keep up with the whole family. And with the Sigma 28-70mm, I have all the range I need to capture everyday life, from group pictures to portraits to action shots. I also do a lot of low light photography, especially around my house. So a fast aperture is really, really important with this lens. I can shoot in almost any situation without a flash, which is great because that's less time setting up my lighting gear and more time being present with my children and my family.
The Sigma 28-70 Contemporary is also incredibly lightweight and compact, making it the perfect everyday and travel lens.
I love that I can just keep this lens attached to my camera, bring it with me everywhere, and it won't weigh me down. But it also feels really durable, and I know it's built to last. This is the kind of lens you can rely on.
And the Sigma 28-70 Contemporary offers top-notch image quality and autofocus performance, along with a 4-year US warranty for peace of mind.
It's sharp, it's snappy, the bokeh is absolutely beautiful. It's the kind of performance you'd expect from a much bigger, more expensive lens, but this has it all in a much smaller package that can go practically anywhere.
For more information, please go to sigmaphoto.com or visit your favorite Sigma authorized dealer.